generally don't do review videos for a single film. I like to sort of lump them all into like a podcast where John Fouts or Stu Miller or me and Chris Ligrest go through a whole bunch of stuff that we watch. But I'm going to try and start doing single review videos, especially of films that I've watched that I enjoyed. Not really interested in doing videos about bashing movies. I love movies. Movies are great. I love all sorts of genres of movies. Now, what I've watched this morning is a film called Not Alone. And it was made in 2021, but has just been released on digital by Cockerel Entertainment. You can find it on Amazon. I'll drop the digital link, the link to the digital purchase and rental in the description to this video. Now, I love haunted house movies. I have done since I was a kid, born in 71. And I think probably the one that I loved the most was Peter Medak's The Changeling, which I saw in the very early 80s. Also in the early 80s, I saw the Amityville Horror and Amityville 2, The Possession, which are my very, very favourite haunted house movies. Not Alone kind of fits into that subgenre of horror movies. It has a lot of the stereotypes of these types of movies, but they are the comfort. They are the creepy hug of the horror house genre. So we get a family, a white family, which does seem to make a difference. That throws back to the Eddie Murphy joke, which I think it was Delirious, where he said,
I got a question. Why don't white people just leave the house when there's a ghost in the house?
but generally white families in movies are stupid when it comes to haunted house movies. And this is no difference. So it is a father played by Pat Healy. It is a mother played by Sarah Schroeder Matzkin, she was a producer on the Vin Diesel movie Bloodshot. Teenage daughter and younger son. They all move into this gorgeous looking house that is being sold for a really low price. Now that is red flag number one, right? So we'll keep track of these initial things before I would have got the hell out of the house. So the dad, played by Pat Healy, he does question why this house is being sold for such a dirt cheap price. And he gets an answer from the estate agent and he buys that answer. He's clearly got his brain set on the dollar sign, trying to get the house at a knockdown price. So they move into the house and creepy things start happening really fast. I looked at the clock when I was watching the film. I'd have been out of that house in 10 minutes. Be like, too bad we can't stay. I would have heard Eddie Murphy in the back of my head going,
Too bad we can't stay, baby.
At one point, they even get a note saying, leave home. Big hint. But I'm not going to bash the characters, because if they did leave the home really fast, then we wouldn't have a movie, would we? So, and we do have a movie. We've got a lovely 87-minute, super tight, in and out in less than an hour and a half, creepy haunted house thriller. I really liked it. I thought it was well shot. I think the music score is really good. It's atmospheric. It is a slow burning indie film. So because this probably doesn't have like $150 million budget, I would suspect it's more like 25, which is not a bash on the film. I love indie films. I love the way that indie films look and they feel. They get very creative with their camera work, and there's a lot of really good camera work in this movie. The house looks gorgeous. I'd live in that house. And it's, I've seen a lot of haunted house movies over the years. I haven't really seen that many that have got haunted swimming pools. And this one does. There's some weird stuff goes on in the swimming pool to the point I wouldn't be going in that swimming pool. So I really enjoyed Not Alone. I think it's great. It's the sort of movie that I would have gone to the video store, picked up the cover art, thought, I'm going to give it a shot. Go home, watch it. It's fine. Is it going to end up in your top 10 films of the year? Probably not. But if you watch like more than 10 films each year, most films don't end up in your top 10 anyway. But it's just a nice breath of fresh air to jump into a 90-minute film of a genre which hopefully you like. I mean, if you do like haunted house creepy movies, then you will more than likely like Not Alone. If you don't like creepy haunted house movies, then obviously I don't get why you would rent or buy a creepy haunted house movie. You can rent it for like £4, which is fine. That's probably what video stores would cost now. Or you can buy it for like £8. I bought it. Why not? I mean, it's only a marginal price difference. But if I want to show somebody else, or somebody comes around to visit in 6 months' time, and I'm like, hey, do you want to watch a creepy haunted house movie? Then I can just press play on Not Alone in my digital Amazon library. I would keep an eye on Cockerel Entertainment, and I'll place their website. I think it's cockerelentertainment.com. I'll place the website here. There you go. That's the website. Because they have a lot of digital releases that come out. They don't handle the major films, but the streamers pretty much handle a lot of those, your Disneys and your Paramounts and your HBO Maxes and stuff. But what Cockerel Entertainment do is they handle a lot of these indie gems that may have slipped under your radar, that the algorithm just decided, you know what, I'm not going to showcase that one. And I've seen a few of the Cockerel Entertainment films over this. Sounds like an advert for Cockerel Entertainment, doesn't it? And I don't mean it to sound that way, but they've sort of released a lot of gems that I've seen over the years. So I'm a fan of their work. So if you want to sort of chill out, hour and a half, creepy haunted house movie, watching a dumb arse family that should have got the hell out of there really fast but didn't, then check out Not Alone. Let's say you can rent it or you can buy it on Amazon. So that's my film recommendation of the day. It's probably a film you've not heard of. It's probably starring people you may not be familiar with, but it is a good old hour and a half, non-shared universe, non-franchise, non-remake, not a sequel, indie thriller that I absolutely had a blast. So thank you to everybody who made it. And, if you have watched the film, then drop me a comment. Let me know if you liked it. Like I say, it's not going to change your life. It's probably not going to drop in your top 10 films of all time. But it's an entertaining movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. And I hope you do too. So there's my first solo recommendation. I think I have actually done some other single film recommendation videos, but it's generally not something that I do very often. But I am going to try and do this a little bit more, especially when I discover a hidden gem.